Why should you be a broadcaster of your own brand? Let's ask today's real finfluencer, Eric Negron, CEO and advisor advocate at Forefront Advisory Network. Eric, thanks for being with me today.
Hey, Laura, thank you so much for having me. I'm looking forward to this discussion today.
So when it comes to getting started in video, you say mental toughness is what it takes. Now, that doesn't sound pretty. Why do you have to be tough?
Those of you out here listening to this right now, you're going to face your own insecurities as you start broadcasting on video. So if you don't like your head, the way you tilt, you don't like the way your eyes move, if you don't like the way you look, whatever insecurities you have of putting yourself out there, you will face them as you go through starting to become a financial broadcaster or finfluencer.
Any tips you have for getting past it?
So two tips. One, build a habit of it. So if you're going to start doing videos, start recording videos every day. Okay. They don't necessarily have to be for marketing. Start doing FaceTime with your mom. Okay. My mom loves FaceTime. So start doing FaceTime with your mom, your friends. Marco Polo's another app you could do it too. So start getting comfortable talking in front of clients. And I'm going to be honest with you, all of you already broadcasters, I can assure you that you're broadcasting every single day and you're doing Zoom and your clients are already used to seeing your face. So you need to just get over that.
So over on LinkedIn, you have something in the neighborhood of more than 6,000 followers, which means you have quite a big audience and you've got a lot of video clips. What's your strategy here?
I think the more personalized you can make the comment, the better. Here's the reality. We're all emotional beings. So if you can find some sort of way to tie into your audience's emotion, whether that's feel good, whether that's pulling them into a story that has them cheering for you or having them think about an emotional life moment or some sort of challenge that they may face. If you can bring emotion into your videos, it's powerful.
So with your video content on LinkedIn, it looks like you're leveraging your podcast a lot. Does that seem to be successful in shorter format content?
The podcast it's really impactful, the shorter clips, because the shorter clips drive engagement to both our platforms and our guests. And they also allow us to send folks back in so that we could capture their emails so they can watch the full recording of our podcast. The thing about content creation, it's all about visibility. And so I think since we all live in a world where we're armed with weapons of mass distraction, which are our cell phones, I think short form content is a way to really bring awareness to whoever your audience is, to then get them to engage or convert them to engage in longer form content. So I think short form content is the way to go because most people have short attention spans nowadays.
We hear a lot of buzz about Instagram and even TikTok these days. Forefront's on Facebook, still on Facebook. Tell me more about your strategy here.
I think most advisors, when they initially start, they try to be everywhere all the time. And the reality is, I think that's a dumb move. I think you need to be where your potential clients are and where you can drive the most engagement. So from our standpoint, Facebook totally fits our demographics of people we're looking for, which are 50 plus. Primarily, they're going to consume content on Facebook. They're going to engage there. Like from our standpoint, what we're trying to do is bring a combination of video, of posts, of guides, of resources for those folks that are consuming content on Facebook for us. So a lot of sharing from our page to our personal pages, a lot of sharing into groups, etc.
I think that's a step that so many advisory teams miss. And that's, well, you just push the content out in one place, whether it's on someone's profile or whether it's on the business page, and then we're done with it. And there really is that extra lift you can give by other people from the team engaging with the content, whether they go to like, comment, share, or repost if it's on LinkedIn, because that really gives it more legs and gets it in front of a bigger audience.
Yeah, I think most advisors, what they get wrong is that they forget that it's called social media. You have to be social on social media. And the way that you do that is by spending time there and engaging, not only engaging with your own content and resharing it, but also engaging with other people's content so that you can be more influential and visible, right? People need to be found, they need to be liked, and they need to be chosen. And the only way you can do that is by being omnipresent. Okay. You need to be everywhere and visible to other folks. And the other big thing I see from advisors is they don't repeat themselves enough. Anybody that runs an organization that has a group of people, right, knows that they have to repeat themselves over and over and over for finally set in. So if you're over here and you think that you're the most brilliant broadcaster in the world as a financial influencer, and you're going to say something once on a video and you're going to get through the audience, good luck. You need to be able to say things over and over and over and change up the format to really finally sink into people. So I think repetition is the one thing that most advisors who are going to start this journey are going to trip and stumble on. They're not going to do it enough.
Eric, that is such a valuable tip. Thank you for sharing it. When it comes to tech hacks that you have found that make your life easier when it comes to creating video, Riverside is a great place for you to record your podcast. Any other tips you'd give an advisor?
So I like Riverside. I like Veed for video editing. If you're going to be taking over your video editing, if you don't fancy yourself a technician, Veed is kind of like Legos. It's plug and play. You can snap things in place. I know that Canva, highly recommend it. Build templates for the things that you're going to do and the imagery you're going to have, so everything is on brand. The other thing I would say is get a really good Bluetooth microphone that you can clip on. It doesn't have to be expensive. So contrary to everybody who's going to listen to this, you don't got to run out and buy a Blue Yeti. Like one of the best mics that I've found is a Rode microphone. It costs $99 on Amazon. You can put it on a mic stand. For those of you that are watching, I just put the stand up. I usually set mine right below, and so people can hear me clearly. And then the other thing you need to do is get a stool to sit on. I'm not sitting on one right now, so shame on me. But get a stool to sit on, because a lot of the software now, you can remove your background. So you can get creative in your imagery, right? And you can put yourself, like here you are sitting next to Abe Lincoln, or here you are having a side-by-side, ripping on some point that Dave Ramsey making, or somebody else that you're trying to really trend on. So I think there's a lot of interesting things you can do. Veed, getting a good mic, Canva, all these things can be great tools as you're building yourself as a broadcaster.
Well, between us, the Rode SmartLav clip-on mic that plugs into your phone is actually what we're using with our video clients. So that was a pro tip from Eric. And just remember, if Eric can do it, you can do it too. And if you need help building authority and growing your practice with video, that's what we do at Idea Decanter.